Hey guys, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and I am very excited to be here. We had our first tarot at 12 this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. So that was really cool, and now we're doing an evening show to catch our friends who are in the evening. So we're going to do some readings. Ashley, DJ, hello. Night Reader Tarot, hello. Zoe, hello. I'm DJ, I'm back. Oh, you were in early and then you came back, I see. Well, I'm glad you're all here. We're doing our nighttime free readings, 7:30 to 8:30. We're going to take a look and see what the cards have to say. I am trying a couple new things with the chat so that I can kind of try to better manage it. So please let me know how it's working. Okay, well, that being said, hey, Tony, how are you? Glad you guys are all here. The Night Reader Tarot, I'm so glad you are here. Anybody who does not know of Night Reader Tarot, you definitely need to go check out his channel. He does a nightly stream at 6 o'clock Eastern. He's fantastic. He's done several readings for me, and he's been my mentor. So he has really helped me out a lot. So, all right. So things are moving. Let's see how this is looking. I have got quite a few things going on here to try to help me navigate this chat a little better. Tony, he's awesome, and he is. You're right. He is definitely awesome. Like I said, he's been kind of a mentor for me, and he's also been an awesome reader for me too. So, two things that were awesome. Okay. Another thing I want to ask you guys, is this literally glittery background funky? Does it look weird? Is it distracting? I'm seeing it on my end. It looks a little too sparkly. I don't know. Let me know if it's distracting. I really like this idea, but if it's not working, it's not working. Okay. Oh, good. All right. It is Pixel DJ saying. All right. Are my hands, or is it just the board? It might just be the board, huh? Well, after today, I'm maybe going to have to do something different. Funny story. Previous to this board, I was using a black scarf, like a scarf you'd wear, and it was black and sparkly, looked so cool, but it was a real pain in the butt and scooping up cards, and it wasn't working. And so I was going to buy one. I'm like, oh, I'll just get one. I'm like, these are like $30. I'm just going to make one. So I went out, bought a few things, spent a couple dollars, tried to make it. Disaster. There was glitter everywhere. It was falling off. It was just a mess. I had to go out and buy a new kind of acrylic spray. Anyway, by the time I'm all done with it, it cost me like $20 to make it. So I guess I still saved 10, but okay. All right, so I will try to see what I can do about the board. I mean, if it's really distracting, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll have something different planned for tomorrow. All right, well, I've got everything all set out. I'm ready. I have things in a little bit better of a setup here so I don't keep knocking all my stuff over. Who's got a question? I am very excited to read for you all today. So whenever you've got a question, please go ahead and type it there in the chat, and we will get going. All right, got a couple coming in. Awesome. All right, so let's see here. Now I am trying to navigate the StreamYard chat, which is what I'm using to stream, obviously, and the what do you call it? YouTube chat. So I'm trying to navigate back and forth. If for some reason you're like, if you donate and I don't answer or get you the priority that you're supposed to have, or if I'm not seeing some, just write in the chat, MPT, all capitals, MPT, because that is my nickname. Actually, Night Reader gave me that nickname. And until I get used to it, that will just help. I don't want to miss anybody. And especially if you donate, I certainly don't want to, skip over you. I'm trying my best. I will get better. But if you would be so kind, if you can put MPT that way in capitals, that way I can't miss it. All right, so let's see. We've got a question here from Ashley. Will the person on my mind propose to me in the future once we get to know each other better? All right, well, let's find out. Exciting, exciting. All right, this one I'm going to use, and I can never remember what to call it, what it's called. Arcanum. Tarot. Beautiful deck. My good friend Raina gave it to me. She gifted it to me. She's a moderator on a lot of sites, so you might know her. So this deck's beautiful though. So let's focus here. Well, the person on my mind proposed to me. All right, we're looking at a proposal here. What are we looking at? I apologize in advance. My setup here is kind of in the middle of my house, and my dog is eating some food, so it's kind of loud. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. But they live here too. What am I going to do? All right, let's see what we've got. Gonna get a proposal. Let's see. He's chewing on his food so loud. It probably just seems louder to me because I'm noticing it. Okay, let's see. Are we looking at a proposal? All right, once you get to know each other. Well, I can see that this is new. We've got the Page of Pentacles here. And the Page of Pentacles, this is someone who gets things done, a hard worker. Being a page, it's usually somebody bringing news. So it's in the beginning stages. That would make sense, somebody on your mind. Next to that, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is traditionally holding on too tight. I think, let's play it out before I make judgments here on what I'm seeing. Next, we have the Two of Swords. That's kind of being stuck between two thoughts, two ideas, two positions, not wanting to see something that's going on. And then we've got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, I mean, it's like the crying over spilled milk card. If you can see this, there are, let me lift it up for you. Some of the cups are spilled, and this person's all upset about it, but they're not noticing there's two more cups. So it's kind of not seeing what you've got. So let's see. Now, how does this answer the question? Let's go ahead and pull some clarifying cards. This really gives me a lot more insight into what the cards are trying to say. And let us just see. I'm going to get proposal. I'm looking for some love cards. Okay. I think that might be why you're feeling like you got to hold on. This is traditionally a card of, it's of winning, but not being gracious about it. Like, look at this guy. He's saying, ha, I have all the swords, and you guys walk away, I win. So, he's not being so great there, but let's see what's going on with our Four of Pentacles. Holding on too tight. All right, I see some sleepless nights. I think something's on your mind that you're afraid of losing. I think you're afraid of somebody taking something from you, perhaps. But let's just keep moving and see what we've got and how that applies to your question. Justice. That's interesting. The Justice card is on the Two of Swords card. Again, like I said, you're caught between two things, not wanting to see something. Well, Justice, that's the decision card. So whatever this is here, I think that you have the ability to make a decision about it to move on. Let's just see how that applies to the question. Let's get a clarifier for Five of Cups. And again, wow, look at that. Double. Now these are clarifying the cards that they're on. So let's just see what we can see. Now, I want to see too how it applies. Will you get a proposal once you guys get to know each other? I can see you're in the get to know each other phase. This is a new stage, a new beginning, a new relationship. But I think there's something being held back. Something that's being held back is causing the sleepless nights. This card being here, I'm wondering if you're afraid that somebody, I'm sorry, my dog is drinking water and it is very distracting. Hold on one second, please. We're back. We're back. I'm so sorry, guys. There's a big storm here coming in. I am in central Illinois area, and there is a huge storm, and I lost the internet, I guess. I don't know. So the internet is back. So I apologize, and I'm going to say right now that if something comes back up and we lose the internet, well, I don't even know. I don't know what to say because I don't know how to fix that. All right, so let's get back to this. And Jeremiah, hey, I see you are here. I want to get to your question next. Oh my. Well, we're back. Wow. It's a big storm coming in, you guys. I am so sorry. Oh, I see. Raina, you're getting it too. She's a couple hours from me. We're both in Illinois. Yeah, it's a big, huge storm coming in, lightning and thunder. I'm in the kitchen where I have a window and I can see it all. So, we'll just keep going. If you're willing to hang out when it goes dark, but I'll keep trying here. I don't know how else to kind of work around that. I guess Mother Nature didn't want me to do that right now. So, oh, well, anyway, let's get back now. Ashley's question, where I am totally off track. All right. Okay, so the proposal. So again, being caught between two ideas. I see that coming out very strongly because we've also got the two of them. Now, being caught between the two ideas. Again, what I said here with the Five of Cups, it's kind of like not seeing what you do have because you're only focused on what you don't have. So kind of what that says to me right off the bat is I'm wondering, if a proposal is coming, if it's not coming fast enough or on your timeline, that kind of a thing, I feel like, you'll be focusing on what you don't have, the proposal right now, instead of looking at what you do have in these cups, caught between two things, not wanting to see it. So I think what the tarot is trying to kind of help you understand and to give you some advice to watch out for is be looking at, don't be so caught up and stuck on what your belief and timeline. Oh my, that was so loud, it just made me jump. I'm not even kidding you. Holy cow, that made me jump. Mother Nature is agreeing with my reading. Don't be blinded to what is good just because you're thinking of what is bad. And when I say good and bad, I mean in your mind as far as the timeline and what looks to you like it should be happening. That's what I think there. So is he going to propose? I'm not seeing any huge like love cards, but I am seeing that there is something new. There is something that is coming, but I think there's going to be a little bit of withholding that's going to make you a little confused. Again, looking back at our twos of swords, not wanting to see it. I think you're going to be feeling perhaps that he or she is kind of holding back from you, which is going to make you upset, maybe potentially losing sleep, thinking about it too much. I think you're kind of worried about that. So my advice on that is don't put that out there. Use the law of attraction. Don't be putting out negative stuff. If you want good stuff to come, think about good things. Don't be expecting things to be wrong when they're not. As far as this, overthinking, I'm wondering if he's going to kind of withhold some emotion or withhold the progress. Maybe you guys are going to be totally great together, but he's just not popping the question. And again, I think that's back to this. What's good or what's bad? He's not asking me to marry him, but he's wonderful. He does these great things, but you're only focusing on that. So the advice from the tarot is here's the Justice card. Be fair, be balanced in your thinking. I would say that this doesn't say you're not going to be together or get a proposal, but it does look like it might take longer than you would potentially want. I don't see any cards here that are saying anything negative is going to happen, anything like that. You have total control over your life and over how things go. And again, I want to encourage you to have positive attitude about it. Be looking for what's right, not what's wrong. And I do think that this has a great potential to grow into something. You got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, I hope that was helpful, even though it was interrupted and confused me. I don't know if you guys saw me jump at that thunder. It was like crazy. Jeremiah, I am specifically looking for your question. Here we go. Jeremiah, I hope you're still here, even though it's thundering and cutting the internet out on me. When I actually will be in a loving relationship. All right, let me pick a good deck for a love question. All right, let me think here. Will I actually be in a loving relationship? You know what? We're going to go back to classic. We're going to do classic Llewellyn. Let's see. Looking for a loving relationship for Jeremiah. Oops. And we want to know, when is this happening? Jeez. There we go. Hey, Tarot Magician, I just saw you here. And Raina, I know I said hello earlier, but I just wanted to tell you I'm so glad you're here. And Benny, hello. Kessa. All right. You're going to actually be in a loving relationship. Let's take a look and see what we can see. Mother Nature. I don't hear any more thunder, so hopefully we have the bad parts over. How dare you take away my internet, Mother Nature? All right. When will you be in a loving relationship? Oh, that's a good one. All right. Page of Wands. Okay. Well, I can see that this here is the Ace of Cups. So that's a new beginning. Cups is the suit of love, emotions, that kind of a thing. So being a love reading, obviously that is love. So that is something new. I mean, look at the hand is coming out of the clouds and giving you this cup with the love and emotion spilling over. This is really good. The Page of Wands is right next to it. The page is somebody, this particular page, because he's Wands, he is just, full of action. He wants to get in there. He's kind of impatient. He jumps in. He's very brave. I think you are obviously very ready for something. Clearly, that might not be news, but I definitely see that. You're ready. Now, here we have death. Now, don't worry, death isn't meaning dying. It means death of something, a phase, a stage, something dear to you. So I'm wondering, we're going to clarify it, but I'm wondering what might be ending that is going to help you move into a new beginning, because next here we have the moon. The moon, walking up this little trail here, you've got scary things. We've talked about the little scary crab and all this stuff, but you got this path to walk, and the moon is watching over you. You've got these two pillars here guiding you so that you don't go off track. So while it is a mystery, it is definitely a positive journey. So let's do some clarification cards and see if we can kind of put the story together and get some better idea of timeline. So let's see. I'm going to clarify these. I want to see what Mr. Page of Wands is doing. He wants to jump in. He's kind of impatient. What are you doing, Page of Wands? All right. Page of Wands. He's got the Ten of Swords qualifying him. Let's put some more out before I decide. I don't want to have to change what I think because of other cards. All right, the Ace of Cups. Oh, this is the Two of Wands. This is kind of like embarking on an internal journey. Okay, I have some thoughts on these, but let's just keep going for a minute. All right, on our death. Oh, we have the Lovers. So, okay, so something new is coming. Okay. So let's see here with our moon. Action, speed, running in. Okay, I've got some ideas here. Okay, let's put it all together and let's see how it applies to your question. All right, well, down here, I see some things moving pretty quickly. The Knight of Swords, he is, all about action. He's a knight. He's ready to rush in. But this knight, the Knight of Swords, he's usually kind of disorganized. He needs a plan, and he's kind of ready to rush in without thinking it through. That makes a lot of sense on the moon. Walking through, not quite knowing, it's mystery. So I think this here is saying that, you can't just jump in because you're super ready or super into this person or whatever. The speed is there. However, the tarot is trying to kind of give you a nudge saying, you know what, but you need to have a plan. Don't rush in right away. Let's back up to here where I thought this was something here. I think here as our Page of Wands, I think, this is again, somebody who is impatient, brave, jumping in, but again, kind of without a plan, rushing in. I think that has caused you to feel defeated, to feel like things aren't working. I don't know if you've been disappointed by somebody you were interested in that maybe wasn't interested in you. Maybe you had a breakup, but something. And the theme I'm really getting, though, is rushing in too quickly without a plan. So I am getting that theme on the front and back end of this reading. So I think that's kind of what's happened. I see a new opportunity, and I see it's something that's going to really make you thinking about, like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do with this? This is somebody looking out to take a journey and grow, but it's his own personal world that he's thinking about. So I think that at some point, you're going to kind of come to some realizations about yourself and perhaps why you rush in and why you have the tendency to rush in. And I think you're going to kind of figure that out. And that's when a new opportunity is going to come to you, a new love opportunity. So do a little kind of reflection, kind of figure that out. Then that's going to lead to the death of something. Remember, I explained that. Do you know what the death of that is going to be? The death of rushing in, the pain that you might have been feeling because it didn't work out. You're going to put that to bed because here you've done self-reflection. You've met somebody new, and now you've got a new sense of confidence. And that's going to bring the Lovers. That is the ultimate love card. And then here on the tail end, it's telling you to be careful because your tendency to rush in might be what is bringing this. So it's saying that's kind of your advice. Now, you did ask, when will I be in a loving relationship? So I'm going to pull the bottom card off the deck. I call this my end game. So I'm not getting a clear timeline here. I want to see. Hanged Man. All right. That means you need to kind of look at things from another perspective. Look at things differently. And I'll tell you my thought on that. What I'm getting here is I think this is really on your mind. I think you are feeling a little impatient potentially or unsettled. You're potentially very focused on it. You're ready to move. You're ready to go. You want this. You want that new opportunity for love. But again, changing your perspective on it is what is going to bring about this change and this internal wisdom. So I think what the cards are saying, without giving a timeline like Tuesday or next month or something like that, I think it's saying when you get right with things, if there are things that you need to kind of let go of in the past, that's when the new opportunity is going to present. I think that is the trigger. That's what's going to make it happen. And then lastly, it's in the second position. That looks pretty quick. So I think you have some internal work that you need to kind of focus on yourself, set your boundaries, figure out what you want, what you don't want. And once you do, that personal world is going to click, and that's going to all come, and it's going to all be better. And then just watch yourself so you're not rushing in like, hey. All right. I hope that made sense. I hope it was helpful. I also noticed that this board is kind of loud. It's like, I don't know, I'm not liking this fancy board that I spent $20 making for no reason. Okay, so let me see. Now I've got a few tabs open to try to, keep things organized so I'm not missing things. All right. Jebrelin. I hope I'm saying that right. Jebelin has donated, so that is a priority reading. So let's find your question. This is fun sorting through sometimes when you're focused on the cards. It's hard, well, hard for me. All right, I'm not seeing a question, so please put your question there so that I can answer that for you. Okay. All right, so I'm not seeing that from you, but unless I'm missing it. If I am missing it, please put it again at the bottom. Jaberlin. Thank you, DJ. All right. Oh, it is you. You're... Well, no wonder you know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I didn't obviously make the connection. So please, you guys, remind me, do things like that. Don't feel shy. I'm getting better, I hope, but it's a little hard for me to kind of navigate all this. Okay, so let's see. Where is your question? You can put the question in the oh, you're helping me out too, DJ. Thanks. All right, DJ. Where's your question? I see you on here quite a bit talking, but I don't see a question. Oh, dun dun. As soon as I was saying that, how will my music career be? Ooh, how exciting! You'll have to put in the comments. Let me know. What do you do? Do you sing? Do you play an instrument? How exciting. So how will your music career be? For this one, I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. It's actually called Wonderland in Tarot, but I like this one. We're going to see how is DJ's music career going to be. Okay. And thank you, DJ, for your donation. Jeremiah, thank you for your donation from earlier today. And Raina, thank you for your donation. I didn't even see that until later, so I want to thank you. And I thank all of you for being here and for watching and giving me a chance to read for you. All right. How is your music career going to be? All right. 1 second. I got to get these other cards out of my way. I'm telling you, for all of you that watch Tarot Oracle's channel, he has the right idea with the Tarot Tower. He's got a big tower that he puts all his decks in. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Okay. How's the music career going to be? Ooh, you got the music. The magician. I almost said musician. First and foremost, that is awesome. All right. The magician. That is awesome because the magician can create anything he wants. The magician has all the suits at his disposal. He's got every single thing going on. Swords, cups, pentacles, wands. He's got it all. And the magician can manifest things. So make things come to life. A music career, this is awesome. Now here we have the Three of Swords. That's typically the heartbreak card or the death of something that's important to you. Let's find out more. Don't panic about that. It doesn't always mean what you think it might mean. Here we've got the Ten of Wands. That is, you know, your burden, you're working. You have done so much and you're carrying it along with you. And here are literally the fruits of your labor. Look, he's got all this fruit in there, carrying this. He's been hard working. And he is the Ten of Wands. So he is successful. He's walking down. That sounds really good. And then here we've got the Nine of Wands. Somebody who's kind of defensive and protective over their work. So let's put this all together. I'm going to use my clarification deck. put this story together and see if we can get some more information. I love that that magician was first, though. That was really good. Yeah, it looks like the storm is gone. I hear some rain still, but wow, that was amazing. I'm going to have to watch the playback of this to see if you can see me jumping, because that was kind of fun. Okay. Oh, you sing. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so let's see what's going on. All right, we want to know, what's the magician? What are you manifesting besides what we know? Your hard work. Look at you. You are working hard. This is the Three of Pentacles. You're like a craftsman. You've shown off, and look at, you're showing off your craft. You're not only successful, but you're showing it off to these lovely people sitting here. You're creating this. That's awesome. So let's just leave that there for a second. That's great. What's going on with our Three of Swords here? Why is the heartbreak card there? What? We got the heartbreak on the heartbreak. Don't panic. We got to just see what that means. All right. Now we want to know your Ten of Wands. A lot of work. New opportunity. The work you're doing is going to lead to a new opportunity, new wealth, success from your magician here. All right, so now it looks like, what's this here? The Nine of Wands, a little defensive or protective because things are moving fast. Okay, let's kind of sum this up and put it together. How will your music career be? Well, I see that you've got the power to make this happen. You've got the power to make this happen here with the magician. And because it's clarified with this card, I see people want to see you. People want to see how you do your work. Now here, we've got double Three of Swords. That's, again, heartbreak, the death of something important to you. I'm wondering if something's going on in your life, not necessarily about your music career, but did something happen on the side note or the side of your life? I mean, you also maybe have a relationship. Did you have something else, something that kind of left you feeling heartbroken? The reason I'm saying that, I think it might be a good thing. When you have history, when you have experiences, when you have a strong emotional burden to bear, that's where you get your soulful insights as a musician. That's how you can speak to people, because they feel it in your voice. They feel it in your words, and because you're speaking from experience. So I'm wondering if perhaps you have some kind of heartbreak type of experience that is just lending itself to this career, blooming. Because look what's next to it. The Ten of Wands. You're carrying all these wands. You're carrying a huge load on your back. Well, is that what's making you inspired? Is that what's helping you seem more relatable to people? Because all this hard work, including this, is going to lead to new wealth. It's going to be moving very quickly at that point, for which I think you're going to be feeling kind of, like, hey, I mean, I got to stand my ground. I got to make sure nobody's after what I've done. And I don't know what that looks like. It could be that, once you're successful, people are trying to, mislead you. Maybe, I think things are going to happen so quickly that you're going to have reason to make sure everything's in line, and that you're, got your finger on the pulse of what's going on, because I do think it's going to go quickly. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm thinking this looks pretty good. Again, the heartbreak part, I think, is part of your journey to being successful, because it's going to lend itself to you having that place to draw from that people are going to really connect with you on. Oh, and DJ here, or could I be good in heartbreak songs? You know what? I didn't even think of that. You're right. It could be that you're, which kind of ties in, because heartbreak songs aren't going to mean much to people if they don't believe you and that you know what they are thinking. So, okay. So let's see. I'm going to scroll around and find another question. I'm trying to just spin my wheel here. All right. Shay asked, how do you do pregnancy readings? Are you interested in finding out if you are going to be expecting soon, or if you are? Again, I'm not a doctor, but I can see what the cards are thinking, the energy looks like right now. But let me know. That was a little before the storm, so I don't know if something happened. DJ, you are so welcome. And yes, you're right, Three of Swords. It's not going the way you want it to go. But again, I don't get that feeling. I see success on that. Okay, so let me see. All right, here we have a question. Relief and relax. What will happen to the money when I take the risk? Ooh. All right, so that is relief and relax. Trying to keep track of what I'm doing over here. Okay, what will happen to the money when I take the risk? What is going to be the right deck for that? All right, let's just use... Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to use Druidcraft. It's funny, I set out all these decks because I can't wait to use them all, and some I prefer for other questions, you know, and so forth. But anyway, I have so many out that it's almost like maybe I put too many out here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 decks. Not counting my clarification deck, which would be 16. What? I have got to, I think, slim it down for spacing. So what will happen to the money when I take the risk? Okay. What will happen to the money when I take the risk? What's going on with the money? Okay. Sorry, sorry. That's why I need a home office. Okay. What's going to happen to the money when you take the risk? All right. First card, Four of Wands. That's happiness. That's building something, building a home, building a family, building a place of refuge, building a place where you feel secure. And in your life, it doesn't have to physically be a house. I mean, so kind of think about that too. Building a place of serenity, you know, that can be internal as well. But that's something going on there. Now here we have, well, I can't pronounce what they're calling it, but it's temperance. And I'm sorry, hold on one second. Yes. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Yes, so temperance. So that's about finding balance, about having enough. Now, since we're talking about money, I'm getting the real sense that things so far are looking pretty smooth. Here we've got the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight. And knights are almost always action. He, however, is moving a little slowly. He is not, you know, rushing in like some of the other knights that we see. But this is somebody who gets things done. Somebody who just comes in, gets it done, is good with balancing resources, money. And then after that, we have the Eight of Swords. This is kind of like feeling imprisoned by your own mind, not wanting to see everything because you're kind of just stuck there from your own thoughts. So I'm going to clarify it, but just from what this is looking at, the money, if you're afraid it's going to be leaving, I don't see that. In fact, I see quite the opposite. I see that things are going to have balance. Look in the background there. Do you see that? It's a little rainbow, you know, and then we've got the Prince of Pentacles. So I'm seeing things, the money is not leaving, and I see that it's going to afford you the ability to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do with it. Again, this doesn't have to be a house per se, but it's like that concept of the happy home, the happy, you know. So let's find out. Let's do some clarification and see what else we need to see. All right. I'm going to do the Four of Wands. What are we doing here? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Now, I'm wondering, is there somebody else involved? Are you seeing somebody? Could be love, meaning relationship love, but it's also emotions. It could be happiness. That, I mean, it's typically, again, it is a love is primarily where we're going with that, but it doesn't have to be. It can be, you know, loving something else, something that's strong, emotional, which obviously could be that. So let's play it out. Let's do a little more. All right, another heartbreak card. So let's see what that's all about. The balance. I think you might be trying to get in balance. Let me see this now. Prince, which is the Knight. Oh, okay, we got Justice. Decision. Okay, now let's find out more about our Eight of Swords. Okay, not seeing it because afraid of what's going to happen. Afraid. Okay, so let's put it together. All right. I think that there are some good things that you're wanting. I'm back. Ugh, I'm so sorry. The storm is just knocking my internet out. Um, I thought it was kind of passing over because I didn't hear thunder anymore, but now I'm obviously there. It's not over. So sorry. I don't know what I obviously I can't do anything about that. Nature is nature, and the internet is outside that was installed by some technician. So I don't know. Okay, so let's get back to this reading. What will happen to the money when I take the risk? I think we were right here with the Prince of Pentacles. Again, I think that you are really weighing this out. This is something, the Justice card. This is, you are really weighing this out. I mean, see the scales there? You're really taking a real logical approach to things when you take that risk. So you're really, obviously, you are looking at that and wanting to make sure, but I can see how strong it is, because when you take the risk is looking like, it's something that's very positive. I mean, I think you have good reason to think you should take the risk because of, you're seeing, I'm sure, something that shows you that, this is somebody moving forward. This is something that is really going to be strong, kind of like a hard worker type of situation. That if the situation were a hard worker, that's what I mean. And then here, not wanting to see things, I think because you're afraid. I think there's some fear here of your own making. You're kind of trapped in there. You've got your own thoughts here. You're afraid. You're not wanting to see things, which is quite contrary to what's going on here. I think you see things very clearly. So I can see kind of like the duality here, which makes a lot of sense with this. The duality, this is temperance, the balance, the rainbow. You're trying to keep everything in line so that you don't get your heart broken, so you don't have it fail. I think you are consumed by it to a certain degree because you're also afraid here. See, so this is the logical sense that you're thinking about weighing it, but I think you're kind of bookend by being, second guessing, things like that. But guess what? I'm thinking, look what's at the front. You got this new opportunity and new beginnings, new happiness, new things like that. So that's looking good. So now I want to pull an end game card. From the very bottom of the deck, I'm pulling a card to see what's going to happen. You're going to be great. The Fool. That's the end game. Taking a risk and starting a new adventure and walking out, stepping off into the unknown. That right there, along with all this, that's saying that I think it's going to be there. I think you've evaluated the risk. I think the cards are suggesting you should be taking that risk, that would ultimately be what you do. Now, I want to remind everybody that these are tarot cards. Please don't make life-altering decisions based on a tarot reading. However, the cards are looking good. So this reading is reading the energy and saying that it's looking good. Well, I hope that helps. Oh, geez. Hope that helps you. Okay, now I am going to refresh and check a couple things because with my internet went out, I lost a couple things. So give me 1 second. Let me just see what's going on here. God, my internet. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. All right, I think that is all of the donations. I got those right now. I don't see any new ones. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll around and randomly stop until I find a good question. I mean, they're all good. I meant sometimes I stop on where you guys are talking to each other, so that doesn't help me. But I'm glad you guys are talking. That's part of the fun. All right. Augustina would like to know, hello, my name is Natalia. So actually, you're Natalia. I would like to ask about my future career. You just quit your job. Wow. Well, I have been where you are. Let's find out what's going on. Let's get a career reading for you. Yeah, I've been where you are. Don't know the reasoning or what happened, but it's scary sometimes, but quitting your job is also very liberating sometimes when it's, time to go, it's time to go. All righty. All right. So what's going on for Natalia's future career? Quit that job. I don't know what's coming up next. Okay. All right, Natalia. Let's see what's going on for you. Future career. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Yes. The outlook is awesome. Is great. We start off here with the Fool, and that is absolutely perfect for you. Just quit your job. It's a new adventure. It's a new beginning. And in this case, sometimes it's stepping out into the unknown. But look, I mean, he's ready to stop. He's got his dog he's looking at all the zodiac signs. He's ready. Anything can happen. Look what's next to him. The Four of Wands. That is, again, that happy home, happy celebration. Things are coming together. You're comfortable. You're stable. So again, it doesn't need to be a literal home. It's a home would symbolize that what everything that you'd feel in a home is what that's meaning. And then we've got Temperance here. Temperance is the balance. But guess what else it is? Temperance also means there is always enough. There is always enough. You're filling your cups there. There's always enough, and there's always the right balance. And then next to Temperance, we have the Emperor. That's somebody who, knows what's going on, who is, the ultimate in strategy and stability, oftentimes a military leader. So, obviously no fear, kind of just goes out there and does it. This is already looking awesome, but let's do a clarification on these and see what else we can get. Yeah, Natalia, I have started over and restarted many times, and got to make sure you're happy in life and that you're in the right fields and that you're in the right position. All that stuff matters, because if things are off, life is not so fun. So let's find out about your new beginning. That's going to be a decision. There's a decision. I'm wondering if there's a couple things coming in. Let's find out about our Four of Wands. Hard work. We got this one again. Hard work. People coming to want to see what you're doing, and you're showing off all the great craftsmanship you've done. That's the happiness. That's the feeling of home. And it's because of some hard work you've done. I'm curious to know what field of work you might be in. So, Natalia, if you want to share that, please put it over there on the bottom. I would love to see. Okay, so now Temperance. There's always enough. We like balance. And what else do we want? All right. Now, just so you know, I pick randomly after I shuffle, and I just think it's so weird we keep getting these same cards tonight. I randomize it. There's no other way to do it more randomly than I do it. So, weird. Okay. So, the Five of Swords. Again, being too prideful. That is one of the things, and boastful. Not giving other people credit, that kind of a thing. So let's keep going, and then we'll put it all together. The Emperor. This is unbelievable. That again is the Knight of Swords. All right, this knight is coming in fast. He is coming in fast. He wants to get things done, but he doesn't, again, like I was talking about earlier, he's kind of haphazard. He's just going in to get it done, whereas he doesn't know, like, okay, I have to do step 1, step 2, step 3. which is interesting because he's on the Emperor. The Emperor would be the exact opposite. So I think those two kind of opposing energies are what you have this Temperance card here for. You need to balance that. I have a feeling, you're ready to jump in. You're ready to find something new. Obviously, everybody needs, income and whatnot. But I think you're ready just to go do it. And what this is telling me is, don't jump at the first thing you get offered or that you find just because you found something. You can do better than that. Meaning, if you jump in without thinking about it, what if it's not a good fit? What if, oh, geez, I just passed, because I took this one, I now lost out on that one. Have a plan. Think about it. Don't just jump at the first one. Here, back to the beginning, we've got our new beginning and the Justice card. It's often a decision. It's a new beginning that you created by your decision to quit your job. That's exactly what that's saying. And then what this is saying here, again, the work and the showing up. People are looking to see what you do. People are looking for people like you. I mean, when you're applying for a job, that employer is looking for somebody who is just like what you've got. There is something's out there that you're exactly what they're looking for. That's what I was trying to say. So I do see something coming that way. I do think the cards are kind of giving you a little bit of guidance, saying, and advice, don't jump into the first thing you find just because, you are excited or you're nervous. Do some real thinking, pros, cons, things like that. Now let's pull an end game because I want to see what the end game is. Oh, I have to use this deck. Oops. There we go. Let's find out the end game. Oh my, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. There is nothing happier in life than having it all. Ten of Pentacles, all the resources, everything. I think this is looking fabulous. I think you've got something coming up that you're going to be happy with. It's going to take you to this place of the Ten of Pentacles where everything is awesome. And the things that are being, it's not really the advice, I guess. That's a good word. All right. Oh, this is not fun with the internet. I realize it is now 8:30, but we're going to keep going because I've lost some time with the internet snafu. So we're going to keep on going. And I see that Tabitha donated. Thank you so much for your donation, Tabitha. Let me see where your question is. Let's see. Hi, Scarlett. How are you? Macon, hello. Yeah, my connection is so great. Posted question on PayPal. Okay, so let me go out of here and get to that. Give me a sec. Yeah, this has just been a stormy nightmare. I love storms too, but not tonight. All right, so let me see here. I got to get into this. Okay. All right. Will Ken be in communication soon to work on our relationship? He's a Sagittarius and I'm a Cancer. All right. So let's see. Can I put that up? All right. We're trying to see if Ken is going to contact you to work on your relationship. I'm going to shrink this. All right. So I'm going to take that off if I can find it. There we go. Take that one off. I can't put it up because it came in through a different side here. So we are just going to do this. Before the time day is over, I'm going to be a tech genius. Know it. All right. Here we go. All right, Ken. Tabitha wants to know we're going to be working on your friendship. I'm going to use the Druidcraft again. That's one's calling my name. So, got to listen. All right. Whoa. All right. Tabitha, Ken, I'm going to work on your relationship. Boy, oh boy. Starting over. There we go. Again, these cards were so huge when I got them. I trimmed them down. They were huge, like cue cards, and they're still a little big though. Which, hey, I love the deck, so I don't mind. But I am not able to shuffle as quickly. All right, Ken, what's going on? Okay, right here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're looking to see, is Ken going to be in communication soon to work on your friendship? Let's find out. Okay. Well, first off, I see the Chariot. The Chariot, typically it does mean fast movement. It also means, taming two energies and moving forward. I mean, imagine if you were on a chariot and you had your two horses and one's pulling this way, one's going that way. You're not going to get very far. So, you need to have the two going at the same speed, the same direction. So it's bringing two energies together and it's moving quickly. In this deck in particular, I mean, look, I think they're looking like they're ready to charge. They're ready to move. Here we've got the Prince of Swords. This one, again, this is somebody who's kind of rushing into things, but without a plan. So I'm wondering if, well, let's keep moving before I wonder things. Here we've got the Devil. So that could be, it could be an addiction. It could be somebody who is dominant and somebody who's submissive. I'm not sure how your friendship is, if one of you's kind of the alpha. And then this is the Four of Swords, which this is the rest, reflection, relaxation, reevaluate card. So we want to know if Ken is going to be contacting you anytime soon. The Chariot is saying yes. And I don't know if you guys had an argument, or maybe you're in two different places, maybe, that something is bringing that together to move forward. So I do see something coming. So let's see, is he going to be in communication? Now, Swords is the suit of communication, is one of the things that it stands for. So I'm looking for some swords. So I'm hoping to see that here. The moon, bit of mystery, bit of mystery. It could mean a mystery of where you're going. You're going fast, but where is it going? Let's play it out before we decide what that might mean. All right, the Prince of Swords with the Page of Swords. Or, I'm sorry, Wands. Okay, that's usually new news. This is the action, so let's keep going. Let's find out what the Devil's doing there. Overthinking. Okay, and now we got the Four of Swords, relaxation. Reflection, I mean. All right, we've got this. This one is the Five of Pentacles, and clearly they don't look like they're having too much fun walking and not being allowed into the church, and it's snowing, and he's got a hurt leg. But you know what this card really means? Well, not really only, but ultimately one of the things it means, friends stick together, even in hard times. They help each other, they stick together. That to me means a lot with the question, and being that it's a clarification on the Four of Swords, I think that is something to be thinking about. The fact that you guys are there for each other, or you can count on each other. That's what I'm getting from that. But let's go back to the beginning. Okay, will you be in communication soon? I see something coming quickly. It's being clarified here by the moon, which again is a path. I'm not sure if you guys are arguing, if you've just lost touch. I have the sense, though, that there is a fear of contacting each other. One of you might be afraid to contact him. He might be afraid to contact you. You both might be afraid, and little did you know, you both have the same kind of fear. I think that's what's going on. Someone's afraid to contact the other one, to make the first move, so to speak. And then we've got the Page on a Prince. Now, Prince is a knight, so this one is Wands. That's the suit of growth and effort. This is the suit of communications, Swords. So the communication's kind of going to happen. I believe that will be coming in quickly. The reason I say that is right next to this Chariot. I think whatever kind of dualistic kind of things that you're trying to keep in order to move forward, I think that is going to be successful, meaning you'll be able to move forward and you'll be able to move quickly. You are bringing the two of you into the same pace. And I think that you guys, you're not contacting each other. I think you both are afraid to contact each other for some, you're waiting for him, but he's waiting for you kind of situation. And that's why with the Page is new news. But it's also somebody who is very brave, very impatient, but somebody who's just like, a go-getter, gonna jump in, scream, and do it. So I do see things moving quickly, but I think that there's something going on there. Now here we have the Devil and the sleepless nights kind of thing. I'm not sure if, one of you might be more dominant than the other, and the other being more subservient, like the alpha, male or female in the situation. But something about that is disturbing you. Are you not feeling it's a balanced relationship? Are there some issues you perhaps did not work out yet that would be necessary to work out to have your friendship back on track? I think that's whatever that might be is keeping you awake. It is making you overthink. But I think ultimately the reflection, look at him. He's looking out over the horizon. He's, the dawn is coming. It's about friends sticking together. I think it's through thick and thin. So I'm not sure quite what that is, but there's something that's being kind of held. But look at these two people. They could just run away. They don't need to stand there by this weird, scary dude with horns. whatever this is, you can overcome it. It's not even something that you need to overthink about, other than to think about what to do next or how to approach things, which is what this dude is doing, because you guys are good friends. So ultimately, yes, I do believe so. And I believe it will be happening soon. I think that you both are thinking about contacting the other, and both of you are not, because you're waiting for the other one. That's what I think's going on there. All right. Well, I hope you hear from Ken soon. You will have to let me know. All right. I did not lose connection during that whole reading, so yay for that. Mother Nature got mad at me because I made a joke about Mother Nature. So there you go. All right. So let me just check here really quick. Yeah. I really love a storm like at night when you're trying to sleep. That's the best. Okay, let me just see one thing here. All right. All right, I think we got the donations. Oh, I've got another donation from Jaylyn. Did I say it right that time? All right, we got a donation. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's get to your question. When will I get my apartment and my car? I hope that in your singing career, I hope that I become as good as Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Beyonce. That is setting the bar right where it needs to be. All those people, the Three of Pentacles, they're all looking to see what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing. It looked good. So when will you get your apartment and your car? Let's shrink this and let's go back here. Thank you so much. That was a double donation from you. Thank you. So when will you get your apartment and car? Let me shrink that. Apartment and car. Which deck do I want to use? Let's use the Wizard's Tarot. Whoa, it's very cool. You can't tell from the back. I obviously realize that, but you'll see, and I'll make the suspense. All right, when you get your car and your apartment, when your singing career takes off, I'm sure you'll have several cars and apartments, right? Let's just see. When are you going to get a car and apartment? We're looking to see about a car and apartment. And there we go. There we go. Car and apartment. All right. So we got a car and apartment. Okay. See, it's kind of loud, this board. Oh, I see lots of choices coming. Okay. All right. So let's see here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody who pays attention to detail, who works very hard. That's somebody who, again, the detail is important too. I mean, look here on these shelves. I mean, she's got it all. She's got all these books. She's got this little skull. She's working hard. She's very focused. I think that's you. You are very focused on what you want, what you're doing. And look what's right next to it. We have the star. You are being guided toward what your next step is going to be, what your path is going to be. It is being it's showing you the way, so to speak. Now, it's through your hard work that, you're kind of able to see where to go next, because I see here you're going to have a lot of choices. The Seven of Cups, some of them are duds, some of them are good. It's all about making that choice, though. And I think, you're working so hard, I think you're going to be guided to choose the right thing. Because here next to that, we have the Page of Cups. And that is somebody who needs to relax. It's kind of, again, new news. What I'm thinking, and I want to do some clarifying, but I think this is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be exhausting, and you're just ready to be done. You've been working hard to get the apartment, get the car, but you're also working on other things. You have a lot going on in your life. You have your music career. And I think once you choose and get yourself settled, you're just going to want to take a nice break. But let's find out. Let's get a little more to the story. Let's get a clarification. I want to know, you're working so hard, paying attention to details. Is this coming a car or an apartment? We want to know what's happening. Or is this your business, your music? Okay. The Devil. That is not necessarily, scary. So, but it's something about dominance, feeling held back, being afraid to move forward. It can also, like I was just describing a few minutes ago about the devil, it can also mean addiction, can also mean a dominant and subservient type of situation, relationship. But I don't see that as being what it is. I mean, I think that, you might be feeling held back, and potentially maybe that's because you don't have an apartment or a car, or you need it, or you're not in the right place for some reason. Let's find out a little more about what's going on with your guiding star. It is the Ace of Swords. New thoughts, new communications, new beginnings. That's coming up here on your choices. Let's take a look. What's that going to be? What? No way. Choices on choices. There are going to be lots of things that you're going to be choosing from. I think not only are you going to find an apartment and a car, you're going to be choosing between multiple. Look at that. Holy cannoli. All right, let's find out what our page is doing. Our Page of Cups. All right. Now here we've got the Emperor. The Emperor is, again, military type of person. Somebody who plans and strategizes, and it's on the Page of Cups. I'm thinking what this means now is you're tired, you're exhausted because, finding your way, working hard, freeing yourself from whatever restrictions that are holding you back. That's exhausting. But if you keep working on it, and if you keep stop letting people hold you back, change your thinking about it, change your thinking, swords, the guiding light is going to show you the way. So you need to change your thinking about something, but you also got to keep working, because this new opportunity is, potentially a new apartment, new car, or both. Look at all the choices. I mean, that's unbelievable. So you're going to have the choice, your pick of the litter, so to speak. But because you've done all this hard work and you're, obviously you're overcoming some things, I think you're tired. I think that you've been working hard to the point where you're just ready to take a break. So what I'm seeing for you is, I think it's coming. I do think it's coming fairly soon. I do think you have some work to do. I think you need to kind of look inside and see what you might be holding you back. And that doesn't mean holding you back from getting an apartment or a car. Is something holding you back in your life? Something that's not letting you express yourself the right way? Holding you back from getting the right kind of job you want? I mean, maybe you're listening to other people and they're telling you what to do and you don't want to disappoint them. So now you can't find the place. You see what I'm saying? So you need to kind of look at that. But ultimately, you're going to know the way, and it is coming. Look at these. Look at these choices. Yeah. Good stuff is coming. I see it. Alrighty. Hope that helped. Don't you love this deck too? The Wizard's Tarot? Holy shnikes. I love it. All right. We didn't lose internet, and I realize we are now a little over. I'm going to do one more, and this is just kind of obviously to make up for the time we lost due to Mother Nature. She was upset. She wanted to get her question answered first. I told her she should have donated. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me just refresh a couple things here. I'm afraid to like click anything because my internet issue. All right, let me put that down. Okay, so I am just going to go scrolling, and I'm going to stop. And that's not a question, that's talking. Nope, that's not either. I already did that question. All right, here's one. All right. Will I get accepted into the school I want? Let's see. What would be a good deck? Oh, I'm going to use this one for this question. This is the Gaian Tarot. Wait till you see it. Wait, I'm going to show you because it's too cool. Look at this. It's all modern. It's supposed to be like modern situations that come from all facets of life. It is super cool. Very cool. I'm a geek though. So, all right. So will you get accepted in the school you want? Lydia, we want to know that school that you want. Maybe where to go. All right. Let's see. Lydia accepted into the school. This is the Gaia Tarot trimmed. I have to add that trimmed part. It had really cool borders, but once again, I just like them borderless. So there you go. Okay. King of Cups, the Hermit. 5 of Wands. And that is the Knight of Swords. They have different names, as you might notice here. The Hermit, look, obviously that's the Hermit, but the Elder instead of the King, Water instead of Cups, and so on. So very cool deck, and they've got a lot of, from all different kinds of nature, different communities, different types of beliefs. It's really a cool deck, but I digress. Okay, so will you get accepted into the school you want? I see that here, I'm thinking that, you are feeling a bit withdrawn about it. I feel like withdrawn's not the right word. I feel like you are kind of looking within. You have the ability to make things happen in terms of you have the stability, you have the, you know how to plan, you have command of your emotions. So let's keep moving. The Hermit, once again, is somebody who is usually kind of reflective, off into the solitude, but they almost always have a lantern. They are lighting the way. That sounds like it's lighting you the way to get to the school you want, but let's just keep moving. The 5 of Fire, that's the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands is somebody who needs to practice. Sometimes it's the conflict card, but it also is, what it means is practice to get better, to practice your skills. So that would tie in closely to school. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, which again, a fast-moving card, somebody who's daring, somebody that's eager to get out there and learn new things. What an appropriate card for somebody getting into school. All right, let me clarify, because I'm seeing a lot of things here, but let me just do my clarification. Will you get into the school that you want? I see a lot happening here with education, with you doing well. Yeah. So let's just get a clarification on our King of Cups, Elder of Water. New opportunity for growth. Are you kidding me? Before we even go on, I'm saying looking mighty good. Okay, now what is this solitude? What's lighting the way? Where do you need to go? What is it is the Knight of Cups. Something that is loving, dear to you. Now, again, it doesn't have to be romantic love. Something that's dear to your heart. Something that's important to you. School, getting into the school you want. This is 5 fire. So what are you practicing? What's going on with the practice? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, got an idea on that, but I want to see what this one is first. Okay. Start Explorer doing. The 2 of Cups. Again, a lot of times it is romance because, you know, it makes sense to think it's romance, and it does include romance. But in this case, it's the joining together of 2 things in a harmonious way. This is also a card that presents itself a lot of times in the medical profession. So I'm not sure if you're looking into something when you go to school to study something to do with the medicals. So please let me know if you can. But regardless, it does mean the coming together of 2 things that would make harmony and passion and love in your life. Doesn't not have to be another person. So let's put all this together. You know, we've got our Queen of Pentacles, and the reason I wanted to kind of wait and see what was coming next is because this is somebody who likes to plan, but, you know, doesn't usually follow through and execute. Kind of gets lost in her own little world of awesomeness. I mean, look, she's got all the money. She's got this cool throne. She's got a bunny. You know, she likes to plan, though. She just doesn't usually move forward. Now, that's on the practice. I'm wondering if you've had a couple false starts already. False starts, meaning, you know, perhaps you've applied to other schools. Perhaps you've changed your major or the field you want to go into, the job, the career. I feel like, you know, it was a plan, but things just didn't happen. And that's the practice, that you were trying to work it all out. Let's reading from left to right. The school that you want to get into, I would say it's very likely. I'm seeing a big yes right there. That again is the King of Cups, and this is a new opportunity. All right, we're back. Wow, what a stormy night. Ugh, isn't that a song? Okay, so let's wrap that up. I'm so sorry, Lydia. The internet is just cutting in and out because of this terrible storm we're getting here in Illinois. So yes, we were at the sum up stage, and I just want to make sure that I address the whole question. But yes, I believe you are going to be getting some good news. I do think you're going to get some good news. If I was correct and you did kind of change your mind several times or change your major or had some false starts sort of thing, I don't see that as a problem. I see everything coming together and coming together rather quickly. So yes, so the advice from the tarot is that yes, things are looking good. Be sure that when you are executing a plan that you actually execute it and not just think about it. And I'm wondering if you are looking into the medical field. That's typically what that indicates, but no, it doesn't always have to. But all right, everyone, I am going to wrap it up here. We are over, but I hope I was able to address some more questions since the internet kept cutting in and out. If I missed giving you a chance to get a reading, I encourage you to come back tomorrow. I do tarot at 12 every day at noon. Bring your lunch. Every Wednesday night, I do an evening show. But every day, I'm there at 12 o'clock. So if you didn't get your question answered, please come back tomorrow. And everybody have a good night. Stay away from the storms, and I'll see you tomorrow.